is day 13 here in Portugal, and I am in the town of Mealhada. Yesterday, day 12, we left Coimbra, and it's always a little difficult to navigate out of a city into the trail, but we did it. We left very early at 6 a.m., and by 2:30 in the afternoon, we only had another mile and a half to go to get to Mealhada. And your body just says, mm-mm. The sun was bearing down, and I came to an intersection, and I couldn't tell where to go. It was one of the first times on the trail. I couldn't see the marking, and I just instinctually kind of flagged a car that drove by, and this man who didn't speak any English, I kept saying Mealhada, and he pointed in a direction that didn't seem congruent with what I felt we were supposed to do. But I just said Mealhada, and he was affirming that. And then I just said, "You take, like you take us," and he motioned for us to get in. I haven't hitchhiked since I was a kid. Uh, and the lovely thing about that was we could not understand one another. I just pointed on the phone to the albergue that we were going to stay at, and to see if he knew where that might be. And he just kept driving, and somehow miraculously, through our inability to communicate with words, we communicated with where we needed to be, and he dropped us off. And I went to pay him, and he wouldn't accept it. And it was a perfect sort of wrap up to a day where I was just in my head. A day of not feeling well, a day of feeling sorry for myself, a day of thinking that I had bitten off more than I could chew with regards to Kaleidoscope, a day of feeling sorry and indignant and all these types of feelings, and then having the shame for feeling those feelings, that whole cycle. And I eventually got to a place in the walking where I just surrendered to all of the feelings, and I just witnessed them and tried my best to let them go. And I'm sure you've been in that spot as well, but I was too tired to video. And once that kindness took us to Mealhada, we learned that Mealhada is the suckling pig capital of Portugal. And so there you have it for your daily trivia. And no, I did not try it. And I slept very hard, and instead of getting up at like 5:30 or 6, we slept till about 7:30, and now I'm on my way to the next stop. And just want to say thank you to Reverend Susan Zoller, where I used to be in Atlanta at Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. Reverend Susan is still on staff there, and she was generous in a sponsorship for Kaleidoscope. And I want to also acknowledge Christina O'Meara, who serves on the board of Kaleidoscope, and a personal scholarship that she has given. And then lastly, I woke up this morning to see that Unity of New York, Britt's place, where he serves as minister, made a very generous donation, and they are a new sponsor as well. So to Reverend Susan, to Christina O'Meara, and to Unity of New York, thank you so much. Obrigado, and happy trails today. See you soon.